Mia Goth joins Marvel's Blade with Mahershala Ali. The Blade reboot was first announced at the 2019 Comic-Con, where Marvel Studio chief Kevin Feige surprised Hall H by announcing Ali would take up the mantle of the infamous Daywalker after Wesley Snipes played the Marvel Comics character in 3 films between 1998 and 2006. After a massive year in 2022 with back-to-back buzzworthy performances in X and Pearl, Mia Goth has added a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to her resume, joining Marvel's Blade. The Marvel Studios film stars Oscar winner Mahershala Ali as the title vampire slayer, directed by Yann Demange, Lovecraft Country, White Boy Rick, from a script by Emmy nominee Michael Starrbury, which is said to be darker than most MCU movies. Goth joins a star-studded cast that also includes Pierre and Delroy Lindo, but details of her role are being kept under wraps. Blade is currently slated to hit theaters on Sept. 6, 2024 as the final film in Phase 5 of the MCU. Since making her big screen debut in Lars von Trier's Nymphomaniac, Goth has been a standout player in films like Luca Guadagnino's Suspiria, Claire Denis' High Life, Autumn de Wilde's Emma and Brandon Cronenberg's Infinity Pool, which made its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival earlier this year. Goth is next set to close out her work in Ti West's horror trilogy for A24 with the release of Ma XX Scene. In the 70s Set X, Goth played dual roles, a young woman named Maxine, an aspiring adult film star whose castmates and crew are brutally murdered over the course of the slasher movie, and an elderly woman named Pearl. The sequel, Pearl, which Goth co-wrote with West, serves as an origin story for the title serial killer set in 1918. Ma XX Scene presents the aftermath as Maxine, the lone survivor of the first film's brutal murders, sets off to make it as an actor in 1980s Los Angeles. In January, Goth reflected on her experience with the trilogy, as it became a pop culture phenomenon, with a 9-minute monologue that left many wondering if she could land Oscar consideration. Pearl has fundamentally changed me as a performer, Goth told Variety. It's given me a whole new sense of self and a whole new level of confidence in terms of what I think I am able to do. About the trilogy's final film, she teased, it's the biggest story of the 3 with the highest stakes and Maxine has gone through so much at this point. So when we find her in this new world, she's just a force to be reckoned with and she goes through some pretty wild adventures. Ma XX Scene is currently in production, with Elizabeth Debicki, Moses Sumney, Michelle Monaghan, Bobby Cannavale, Lily Collins, Halsey, Giancarlo Esposito, and Kevin Bacon rounding out the cast. And Blade isn't the only high-profile project on Goth's horizon, she is also reportedly circling a role opposite Andrew Garfield and Oscar Isaac in Guillermo del Toro's live-action Frankenstein movie for Netflix.